Jason here from septictank.co.uk. Welcome to another live broadcast. And in this live broadcast today, I'm going to be answering all your septic tank questions. So let me just bring this a little bit closer there. Look at that, so you can tell it's live. It's just out of focus then. I got some monitors there that I can see, so as I'm talking to you, so hopefully I'm in focus now. So I'm just going to grab my phone here. There we go. And so on my phone here, this is the amazing thing of technology today. I've got all your questions coming up on the screen there, and I've got all your questions coming up on my phone. So just while I wait for some questions, let me just do this here. So this is I suppose today this is an FAQ session. So frequently asked questions. So let me have a look here. All right. So just waiting for the first question. So you can tell this is live and not primed. And just one more thing. Oh, my board rubber. Oh, man. Okay, so there we go. So I've got everything. So I'm ready and primed. I've got my pens. I got my phone. I got my board rubber. So let's rock and roll. All right. Oh, here we go. We're rolling straight away. So look, just while I'm waiting for this guy to type out his question. Looks an interesting one. What was I going to say now? Oh yeah, we're live on Facebook, we're live on Twitter, we're live on YouTube, so we're live literally around the planet tonight. So here we go. Here's the first question. Okay, this is from Adam in Cambridge, and he wants to know when toilet paper was first invented. Okay, Adam, that's it's an interesting question. All right, well, okay, let me put my phone down there. When was toilet paper first invented? So, all right, toilet paper. All right, now, just to qualify this, I'm not the font of all knowledge, right? But I'll try and answer everything I know about septic tanks and, and stuff like that. So toilet paper. Toilet paper first came out in the 15th century. And I suppose the toilet paper like them was more parchment kind of style stuff. So you know, I suppose today's equivalent would be like paper mache, mashed up, put it into A4 sheets. And whilst it wasn't absorbent, right, it could have been a bit rough as well. So I suppose like sandpaper-ish. But however, in the 18th century, it then became it was then manufactured into the soft white paper sheets we've got today. Now, although that wasn't a lot to do with septic tanks, I admit, I did ask you to ask me some questions. So there you go, Adam. I hope that's kind of answered that question for you. Yeah, okay, so moving on. All right, so we got another question there. We've got Emily's asking. Okay, that's an interesting one. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. Okay, Emily, I'm coming now. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me just get rid of that. Emily's asking where the term crap comes from. Now, obviously today it's viewed as a swear word or a word to kind of explain or tell someone what the film was like or what the food was like. And basically we deem the word crap today to mean rubbish. All right, so it's like a slang word. But the term crap actually originated with a guy called Thomas Crapper, right? Now, he's the first one that invented the toilet and flush system. And so his name was abbreviated to, you know, instead of the crap, it was called the Crapper system, actually. And it didn't mean it was innocuous. It didn't mean anything bad. But then over time, people would actually, you know, shortened and abbreviated to say, oh, we're going to the Crapper, and then we're going to take a crap. So while it's come to mean something rubbishy, it's kind of also now a slang word that that is frowned upon. But the point being is it originated from something very innocent and innocuous, and is a common slang term used today. So, Emily, I hope that's kind of answered your question there. Bit of a strange one, I know. Okay. All right. So what else have we got there? All right. Caroline. All right, Caroline. Caroline from Suffolk is asking, why are smells coming from her septic tank and her drains? Okay, good question. Smells. Okay, so let me just put this in. So what causes septic tank smells? It's a very good question. Very good question indeed. And there's one simple answer, okay? Cleaning products. Cleaning products are responsible for septic tank smells. I know that seems kind of contradictory because, you know, we've got all these smells and bacteria and bad bacteria that we try to eliminate and remove by using products like bleaches and washing powder and washing liquid. And we try to eliminate those things, but inadvertently, when they're flushed down into the septic tank or the cesspool or the cesspit, they kill the bacteria in the cesspit. So if you imagine the cesspit or the septic tank is like a big stomach, right? And with good bacteria in to break down all the food that's you know, ingests, right? Then what happens? Cleaning products, you know, they got skull and crossbones on the back. They can kill us, never mind septic tank. So they kill all the good bacteria in the septic tank. And so the septic tank just rots and festers. That's what it is in a nutshell. So obviously we can't stop cleaning up after our families because we're trying to protect them, aren't we, from diseases and stuff. But you can use something called Ecova. It's a plant-based kind of amino acid cleaning product, and they do various. They do washing up liquids, they do toilet cleaners, they do bleaches. But as I said, they're all plant-based, so they're gentle and they're safe and they're natural. They're natural and they're kind and they're gentle on the bacteria in the septic tank. But more importantly, they are very, very good at killing 99% of germs, you know, in the house. So if you're going to use cleaning products and you don't want smells, then seriously, I would recommend Ecova. So I hope that's helped answer that question. All right, so let's see what else we've got been fired at us. Okay, so here we go. All right, so when was toilet systems first invented? Okay, that's Michael from Devon. All right, toilet systems. All right, so the first toilet systems that were invented literally came about 2,000 years ago. And the Romans were credited for the sewage systems. So, for example, in Jerusalem, going back 2,500 years ago, in the streets, in the main streets, would run a gutter. You could tip your number ones and your number twos into that, and they would drain away naturally into the soil at the bottom of wherever they were traveling to, you know, some kind of location, some kind of field they would have all drained into. But the Romans actually, as you've probably seen in films, they'd actually have areas where men and women could sit. And in these areas, oh, let me just do this. In these areas, there was like latrines, the places that they could sit. So they'd sit on here and they'd do all their number ones and twos into, I suppose, what we call a toilet bowl, but it would then drain away. And they'd then drain away from that to a river or a stream that was flowing underneath. So if you can imagine, I'm not a very good artist, but you imagine they're sitting there. So there they are. So that's them sitting there on the loo. It's the first time I've ever drawn that, to be honest. So there you go. He's really happy. So he's sitting on the loo there, and all his number ones and his number twos will go down there and just float away into the stream. And so that was the first original toilet system or system that existed. So I hope that's answered your question. Yeah, so it's surprising how much you learn in this business, you know, because it's so much more than just septic tanks and stuff like that. It's a whole history of going to the toilet. I know it's something that we don't really discuss. We just go and do it. But nevertheless, there's a lot of thought and science behind it. All right, so what else have we got? Man alive, there's some alternative questions today. Toilet paper. Is it okay to flush toilet paper down the loo? Well, I'm going to answer that with one simple word: yes. Because toilet paper is made from wood pulp, and it breaks down naturally. It's organic, and yeah, it's biodegradable. So out of all the things you can flush down the loo, toilet paper is a very, very good way of, it's a very, very good product if you want to protect and look after the environment. Many people use other things such as baby wipes, but because they're so fibrous, they don't drain, they don't break down as quickly as toilet paper would. So yes, it is good to put toilet paper down the loo. And if you look one, especially you're an environmentalist and you care about the environment, then please continue to do so. Some toilet paper will break down better than others, but the point being is that generally speaking, from a domestic point of view, carry on to use toilet paper. Definitely, I would recommend using that instead of baby wipes or toilet wipes, you know, the fibrous kind of like hand wipe stuff. All right, so listen, that is my time up there. Time's going, so I've got to go back down the yard. But look, if you want more questions answered, then all you have to do is go onto Google and type in Septic Tank TV. Obviously, septic tanks is what I know most about, but obviously I know quite a bit about other things as well to do with number ones and number twos, and you know, it's a fascinating subject to be honest with you. I mean, sanitation. I mean, we all need it. We need to dispose of stuff, but in a safe, clean, environmental way. So look, if you want to see more live broadcasts, then all you need to do is go to Google, type in Septic Tank TV, and you'll see more of me. But more importantly than that, it's a good place to get all your septic tank kind of questions answered. So listen, thanks a lot for watching this live broadcast. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.